I actually moved to the UAE in 2004. So I've been here almost 19 years now. I'm married with 2 kids. I met my husband in 2007, got married, and now we have beautiful 2 children. Actually, I never thought I'm going to be in sales. I was a cabin crew with Emirates Airlines and a trainer. And when in 2012 I had my baby, I was still flying. And after 1 year of flying, when she was 1 year old, I felt that I couldn't leave my child and, go to see the rest of the world. So that is when I quit Emirates, which was my dream job. And then I tried sitting at home and being the full-time mom. But with my energy levels, it was just impossible. So then I started real estate thinking it's going to be a part-time job, but I never stopped and it was meant for me. And today I'm still sitting with real estate with more than 11 years of experience. I've been with Fidu for the last 4 years. It has been a beautiful journey. I think there's something in Fidu that the exposure, the kind of relationship that they have with all the developers and the kind of empowerment that they give to their employees in terms of every facility, may it be the admin support, may it be the marketing team, may it be the portal support, may it be the follow-up, may it be even giving a car to pick up your clients. It makes such a big difference because all these little things takes away the pressure from you and you can just completely concentrate on your client. So I do sell both. I do secondary market as well as the off-plan direct from the developers. But my first ever sale was actually the primary market. I was in the queues of Nashama standing overnight and the buyers were all my friends. They also supported me by standing in the queues with me. So it was like a picnic and I was so determined, and they till now they tell me that I can't believe a girl like you who can stand the whole night to get one property for us, and they were all very supportive, and I did get them the best of the units because I think I was in the queue for over 12 hours and that is in the heat, but I was so determined to get them the best and I was so grateful that they gave me the chance. So one of my favorite communities actually would be even Nashama Town Square, because I remember when I had just started my career in real estate, that is in 2012 and 2013, and this was the first project that I sold. Times Square was far and beyond and nobody had faith, and I had this new energy and I just believed in the product, and I was even comparing it to downtown and everybody used to laugh at me. They were like, oh, this is middle of nowhere, you have no idea. And I used to talk about their playgrounds and how it's going to be bigger than so many football pitches together, and I had sold those townhouses for 1 million, and today those townhouses sit at 2.6 million, plus their rental yield is so high. And so it has shaped beautifully with so much of development of the townhouses, of the apartments, of the retail industry, and the whole strip of Al Quza Road has gone through huge development. So that was one of my foresight that I had at that time. In the secondary market, my favorite product is Living Legends, as everybody knows that I specialize there. I myself am an owner there. It is very good value for money kind of a product. It sits in the center of the city. It has huge sprawling houses with massive gardens. It reminds me of my time in India. I'm from a place called Delhi. In our culture, we always have this villa is called a koti in our culture, and the bigger the house, the bigger the villa, it's a status of pride, and we as Indians love to socialize a lot. We like to have people over our homes. So this is provided where you have a front yard, you have side yards, and you have a sprawling backyard. The only community in Dubai for the price point is Living Legends, and you have a sprawling villa. Of course, you can upgrade. These villas were made in a Mediterranean old style. So you spend a little bit on the upgrade and you can make it so fancy. Most of my clients, I just find them so grounded, so easy to talk to. And they do see the sincerity in me when I'm, approaching them either for selling their unit or to make them buy a unit of this caliber. I listen to my clients very, very carefully. Their way of talking, their style, their expectation out of a property, what is the lifestyle that they are looking for. And with so much of exposure of 11 years, I've literally become an encyclopedia of so many projects. And then I try to match, I try to take them for a few, and then I try and fine tuning. So just recently I had a very, very sweet couple from Miami. And not only just at a property level, but we also connected at a soul level. We were talking about very different things like Vedas, and we were talking about very different level of stuff, and which really connected me to them. And whenever I used to take them for viewing, I took them to one of the most beautiful properties in Dubai, and they would just have one little angle. Maybe their master bedroom needed to be a little bit bigger, little bit longer. The place had to be a little bit more homely. And I just kept absorbing whatever energies they were giving, and I just tried to match what they were. I was listening to them with a lot of clarity, and their thought process came very, very clear to me, and I just tried to match the perfect property for them, and I did manage to sell a Shobha unit to them, a penthouse, and I was so happy because these are the last golden years of their sprint, and they wanted to make it as beautiful as possible, and they've made it big in life, so they want that lifestyle now. And I said there's no need to compromise. You can get everything in Dubai, and that is the charm of Dubai. Dubai caters to all segments and all kind of needs. So this way we are very, very lucky as being brokers in Dubai. So Dubai, we have to realize that Dubai is just a 52-year-old country. What Dubai has achieved, UAE has achieved in these 52 years, it's unprecedented, and we have to give it credit. Also, they have gone through a lot of learning curve. We've had Rayline board, we have escrow accounts, which is in play now. So everything has become very, very secure. So in the secondary market, what I feel is exactly what you see is what you buy, and there is no scope of doubt that this is what I had expected and I have got this delivered. So there is very, very strong, you can, when you buy a secondary unit, there's nothing that can go wrong. Also, provided that you have full money in hand, you are not speculating or gambling with it. I do not believe in these short-term sprints that you buy and tomorrow you're in distress. So you cannot go wrong if you have the financial capacity to hold the unit, no matter the markets are going up or the markets are going down. It doesn't matter. I do believe it's also about the timing, Natalia. If in secondary market, you're entering the market at a correct time. For example, I just purchased about 15 months back, I purchased a unit in Maple in Dubai Hills Estate for 2.4 million. And today it's sitting at 4.1 million. So it's also the timing and what product you're buying, which developer you're buying, who's your real estate agent, do you have the correct market knowledge? If you're spending in millions, I suggest you get a good broker, because that brokerage will not cost you anything in comparison to your investments. That influences the prices in the secondary market. So it's a pure math, it's demand versus supply. At the moment, we do have very little supply and there is a huge demand. As you know, I specialize in villas, and you know that the number of transactions that I'm clocking in every week. I have so many buyers, sometimes I can't cater. I always tell my buyers, please do call me, because if you open my phone at any point of time, you have 2,000-3,000 unread messages. So a lot of people have become very tech savvy, and with so much of demand, a good broker cannot reply to every person. So there is a huge demand right now, so that is why the prices are going up. Once there are more deliveries, but as we know that the UAE's vision in 2030 is to double the population, so we will expect the prices still to go up. You should have a portfolio of both, I feel. I just purchased a unit in the Valley of late, and I do believe that you could have a portfolio of both secondary and primary, because nowadays what primary has to offer is such beautiful amenities. Dubai is such a dynamic and an ever-growing market. Every developer has pulled up its socks and put innovation in its mindset while delivering the products. So now you have lagoons, you have sports-oriented, you have meditation centers. So every unit or every development that is coming up will be better than the past. So if you have a collection of both, that is the ideal. So in my opinion, the buyers are buying a lot of beach-facing properties. They are buying a lot of apartments in MR Beachfront or in the Shobha Sea Haven or the entire strip where you can see the water bodies. I've had so many calls from my international buyers, from people from US, from Germany, from Switzerland. They just want to be next to the beach. So there is a huge demand of those properties, as well as for the families and for the investors. I find townhouses and villas can never go wrong, because the townhouses and villas are very low on the service charge. So your outgoing as an investor is very minimal, but the rental yield is very, very big. And the kind of quality of crowd that comes into a townhouse or a villa is always more stable, more settled people. So in those terms, I find a very big market for townhouses, villas, and the beach-facing, water-facing properties. So in my opinion, there are some of my investors who do buy secondary market as well as off-plan properties. And right now, sometimes that the off-plan is a little bit higher, but still they prefer off-plan. And the simple reason is about cash flow as well. Maybe I do not have 2.3 million today, but I know in the next 3 years, I have an income generating worth 2.3 million and I need that payment plan. Also now what happens is that in the secondary market, what products are here today in the market were launched a few years back. So the societies, the sports facilities or the amenities with that product are much different than what the off-plan product has to offer. So what this 2.3 million in a secondary market today versus a 2.3 million in the off-plan would be a complete different game changer. What these developers are offering in the future is much, much more than what we have presently ready with us. Apart from me being a restless person, I cannot sit and do nothing in the house. That is one of the things that I have to find a passion to work for. Also, I'm a very people's person. When my clients meet me, instantly I connect with them and instantly they connect with me. And there's not even a single client who has dealt with me that has never been in touch with me or I have not helped them, even if it is nothing to do with money. I always like to connect with people and make everlasting relationships. This is one thing that I really like being a realtor. I cannot be behind a desk and doing a 9-to-5 job because I'm such an outgoing person. I need to talk to people. This is what motivates me. Also, my biggest passion to be a working mom is my 2 daughters. You know, I'm a feminist and I don't want my daughters to see a mother who's sitting at home. And just day before yesterday when I won an award from Fidu, you should hear the voice recording that my little 6-year-old daughter had. I'm going to play it for you in the interview later. And that is bigger than any commission that I've ever earned in my life or bigger than any award that I've ever received. So that's my biggest achievement in life, I feel. Why you should choose me and not others is there was an investor of mine who had actually gone down to all the top brokerage companies and even met the owners of top brokerage company. And then he had called me for a meeting in one of the hotels. And when I met him, he said, why you and why not, he threw some big names and why shouldn't I be dealing with them and why should I be dealing with you? And I said, it's your choice whom you deal with. But when you deal with me, the kind of honesty and the passion that you will see with me would be unparalleled, and I'll make the deals as sweet as possible for you. And today he's still sticking to me and we bought multiple units for him. And there's not one time when he hesitates to call me. So it's just not about whom you know and there are thousands of people in the run, but I am unique and I don't think you as a customer, I feel that I'm buying this unit for myself. So the kind of homework I will do, the kind of passion I'll have for you would be a different league. Maybe somebody who's an owner or some very big name might not have the same passion for you that I could provide. Certainly. So a broker like me, what we do is we do have our sellers whom we have a contract A, and I do encourage all the sellers to sign a contract A with your broker. Try to give them exclusive because then you have control over the price. 10 people showing the same product makes your product weak. So you have to choose the correct broker whomsoever you have trust in and give them exclusive so that your product is shown in different light. If a broker has an exclusive product, they would never try to decrease the price or never try to, there's an agent war as well that happens in secondary. So you kind of get yourself protected against that war as well. So this is something that I would encourage the sellers. And there's a buyer who comes through Property Finder or Bayut or any portal or references, and he comes and selects a property. After he selected the property from you, we have a little bit of a paperwork, which is very transparent, luckily in Dubai, and it is paperless. So we have to give it to our government's foresight that they have made it completely green, the process. You don't even have to sign a single paper. So the broker will have a contract A from the seller, the broker will have a contract B from the buyer, which is through the Dubai Rest app, and then we generate a contract F, which is the MOU, through the Dubai Rest app, and everybody, all the parties receive the same information. So there's nothing hidden and everything is very transparent. Even the format of the contract is made by the government, so it's not changeable. The only things that are changeable are the additional terms and conditions. For example, if you want to extend the days or if it is a mortgage client, all these terms and conditions would be covered in the additional terms and condition. After that, we set up a date for the transfer to happen. We go to a trustee office. Both the parties come. You can even have your POAs come in there and we do the transfer. The transfers can happen within 45 minutes. That's how smooth Dubai is. We are completely, red tape is the minimum in Dubai, I feel. Anywhere in the world, I don't feel that you can transfer the properties within 45 minutes, but in Dubai, it does happen. And that is what is so amazing. And that's why we can do so many transactions and we are so fast paced here. So I had a few big deals in my pocket. One was about 3 years back. I had sold a very big plot in Emerald Hills by Embark, and I was actually showing a villa in Al Barari to the client. And like usual, I was listening to the client very, very closely. And you wouldn't believe, the wife of the client, I still remember, she found Al Barari very dense and the trees too thick there. Which is the beauty, which most of the people love. And then I thought of a golf course instead of those dense forest oriented setting. I thought of the greenery on the golf course. So I got them a very, very huge 18,000 plus square feet plot in Emerald Hills. And it was magic, the kind of payment plan we did for them. And today they have maybe tripled their money, and they are big developers and we are in very, very good terms. So this is the kind of passion I had got in the deal, and MR had also cooperated a lot, and we had made the deal very, very beautiful for them. It was a very custom-made payment plan for them at that time, and the product is one of the best in Dubai. The deal was, we'll keep it in the wraps, it was a very high number. So I am completely in support of giving chance to new people, because this is how everybody has to live and everybody has to earn a livelihood. And we should support new people. This is imperative for a society to grow. But also, how, as a new broker, how did I manage? Firstly, in real estate, you have to announce that you're in real estate. Tap your own contacts. Your own friends should support you. They should feel the trust. You should give them that kind of a knowledge. You should do everything that takes for them to feel safe with you. Also, mentoring. You know, I still remember the lovely agents in my journey that I learned, you know, the experienced brokers. I still remember standing in the queue, and once when I was next to them and I was looking at how they are going to find the best villa for their clients, and I was just saying, what is the best villa in such a big development? How do you know this is better than the others? So every word that somebody says in your environment is something that you can pick up. After 11 years, I still remember what is the prime location that, you know, these brokers were going for. How do their clients stick to them? Why do their clients stick to them? So all of this is very important, that you have a mentor that you learn from. And there are some very good people. I mean, of course, our industry is very fierce and everybody is very self-oriented, but there will be leaders who try to impart knowledge, and you should pick up from your managers or your colleagues, whomsoever you trust and you can look up to. You should try and ask them for some advice. Also, the key to success is specialization. There is so much in the market, but if you just offer everything and you have nothing to specialize in, very, very difficult for you to survive in this market. Take one building, take one area, just keep calling or just keep meeting people, or just try to learn everything about that and keep it for years. It doesn't take 2 months or 3 months to specialize. Today I say that I'm specialist of living legends, but I have been working on it for the last 7 years. So this is how much time it takes for you to specialize. And if you are a specialist, you can never go wrong.